Welcome. Thank you guys for joining us for today's webinar on marketing ticket events. We'll be here today with our TicketSignup Sales Director, Jake Unger. A few housekeeping notes before we get started. We will be recording this webinar and we'll send out the recording by email within about 24 to 48 hours. If you have any questions throughout the webinar, you can use the questions module on your GoToWebinar module. It's usually on the right-hand side of your screen. If you enter any questions in there, we'll be monitoring them throughout. And if we don't get to any of your questions, or if it's a little bit more specific to your exact event, we'll also follow up with you afterwards. I think we'll turn it over to Jake.
Thanks, Johanna. Appreciate it. Hi, everyone. As Johanna mentioned, my name is Jake Unger. I'm one of the sales directors here at TicketSignup. And today I'm going to be talking about marketing your ticket events. We'll talk through some key marketing strategies for your events. So who are we? Between our purpose-built registration and our ticket platforms, we build and deliver event technology to 26,000 events and have helped customers raise over $1.5 billion since 2010. Our mission is to make it free and easy for small businesses and nonprofits to generate more revenue, grow their events, and engage their attendees. We create free and easy to use event software that you can fully control. We're a little bit different. How we're different, we have no subscriptions, there's no setup fees or implementation costs for anything that we'll talk through today. And also we have non-exclusive contracts. So we have a little bit of a different philosophy where our hope is that you continue to come back and use our tools because we do a good job for you and continue to develop and build our tools rather than bind you into an exclusive contract. So today's agenda, I plan on talking through a few items. We'll talk about event marketing. We'll discuss a few just the basic kind of best practices for marketing and growing your event. We'll go through some branding of your event, some ways that you can use our tools to bring your logos, your color scheme, and your brand to each event. How to implement urgency and personalization to your event, as well as encourage group participation. And we'll end with incentivizing referrals. And again, everything that we're going to be talking about today, it's able to be done from our platform and it's all free to use. So it's a good to remember when planning an event that there's thousands of event options. And why should someone choose your event over others that are out there? Your marketing, it should differentiate your event from those others. It should stand out and appeal to your audience or target demographic. It should also create that sense of urgency as well. Why should somebody that's on your event site, why should they purchase a ticket now rather than put it off to maybe closer to the event when they could change their mind? Also encouraging participation with friends and family is also important to think about. There's a finite number of people that we can reach through different channels and different types of outreach and marketing efforts. So those can range from awareness campaigns like ads through Facebook, Google, radio, or print. You also have people that come to your website and in social media and learn about your event that way or become more familiar after seeing an ad. You can also engage folks through email or newsletters, mailings. The next after those folks come to your event page or learn about you is how you're able to convert. Is it easy to purchase a ticket? Is your event mobile responsive? What does that purchase path or experience look like? And then after conversion, are you able to expand those participants? Ways to encourage, incentivize referrals or inviting friends and family members in groups. So we'll spend some time talking through each of these. So identifying people or why people attend your event. You're not going to draw people for every single reason. So it's good to figure out and draw them in for maybe one or two reasons. So whether it be, your theme is shared experiences or family fun, or you're offering swag to incentivize somebody, networking, if it's an education session or tradition, pick a couple of those reasons and key items that makes your event stand out and really focus on those. So I'm going to start by talking about some basics in creating a simple marketing plan to set up to set an event up for success through some best practices. So one of the best practices is social sharing. It's great if hosting an event and you want to encourage attendees to share with their friends. How do attendees or ambassadors share your event? Also think about what displays when folks use the social share options. You can do this through images that relate or evoke an emotion like fun or family. I mentioned tradition or overall theme for an event. Also important to use the correct messaging, knowing that it will be received and shared instantly by folks that are sharing those events. Using language like join me at X event or sign up today. And then lastly, it's important to stand out, be creative, add your own touch for each event. Facebook advertising, if you plan on using Facebook as a marketing and an advertising tool or ad spend, consider using or adding Facebook Pixel to track the returns on investment of those Facebook ads. It's important when investing money, knowing that the efforts that you're putting in and what you're getting out of it, how it's going to translate into participation and in those additional dollars that you're putting in. We offer the Facebook Pixel setup, and we have some easy setup guides to allow you to set that up again so you can track those advertising dollars through Facebook. We also have Google Analytics as well. So we have easy setup guides to set the Google Analytics up. And what this does is it helps you understand those demographics for your event, find opportunities for growth, track effectiveness, and or different digital marketing campaigns that you put on. Another angle is using flyers, signage, or community advertising. This shares your information. It gets people excited in the grassroots, in the holistic way, in locations or ways people otherwise, can't reach, and it gives them an instant and simple way to purchase, whether it be using a QR code or using a quick text short code. Makes that purchase path and that purchase process really easy to do from any device. Personally, I can remember just a few weeks ago taking a walk in a local park here in Charleston and seeing a QR code for a sign and event that I scanned to learn more about the event and purchase tickets. So just another angle outside of your marketing and your advertising, those signage, signs, and just easy ways for folks to scan and learn about those events. Branding your event with an event website, we have a simple and robust website and cover page options. Again, they're all free and they're simple to set up and customize. By doing this, it's making sure your information is clear, it's consistent, and it speaks to your audience on that event page, which oftentimes is sometimes that first time that they come in contact or learn about your organization. Aside from continuity, brand matters, and it brings a few elements to your event site. So I mentioned creating that excitement. Oftentimes, like I said, your event or online presence is the first time that someone will interact with your event. So building up the trust, seeing the brand, and know that they come to be familiar with that brand or reputation, whether it be through the color scheme or your logo. It helps grow that event and encourage attendees to join. Also, having that event page and your branding stand out. Set yourself apart from similar events. I mentioned continuity, using the same logo, same colors throughout, images that you use, language across all of your channels in communication. It helps, again, build that credibility among your audience when marketing out your event. So branding basics, it starts with, like I said, a consistent mission statement, adding your event logo. This can be unique from your organization logo, or it can be the same as your organization logo, but having, again, that consistent message, using consistent brands in colors throughout. You're also able to buy a domain or a subdomain, and this helps with credibility for your events. Having, if your event is an oyster roast, charlestonoysterroast.com, owning that domain, bringing that over into your event site. Again, when somebody comes to that event, having that domain it builds that trust and that credibility. Telling a story, it adds a point of connection and it ties to emotion. So it's important to be clear when telling the story of your event and what to expect with your event and your brand. Using video or images that are relevant to the event. You can also add some nice touches like countdown clocks, can bring anticipation or excitement, or even fear of missing out. If you have a countdown clock that says there's only a few days until the event time, it builds up that fear of missing out for the event and encourages folks to sign up while they're on the page. Also highlighting price increases. This can help convert and it can help encourage attendees to act while they're on the page now rather than waiting till later. We'll talk about some pricing strategies here in a bit. Highlighting a clear call to action or CTA, whether it be that sign up, get your ticket, purchase now, or buy now. Customizing that language on those call to action buttons that you have on your event site. Make it clear what's included for them as well. What's in it for me? Do the attendees, do they get something when they buy a ticket? Being clear of what's included eliminates the confusion. It cuts back on support questions that may come up for your team. It also cuts back on just confusion for the attendees. When I'm buying a ticket, I want to know exactly what to expect, what may be included in the event. It just helps me make that decision to purchase a ticket and attend without hesitation or without questions. Get people talking. Built into our event platform, we offer free email marketing, which is a great avenue to promote the event to past attendees and contacts. It's also a way to communicate, to continue communicating with those that purchase tickets, keep them engaged and encourage to spread the word to their friends and spread the word for your event. So our email marketing, it makes it super simple to build a great looking email. So we have templates that are available now. We have additional templates that we've just recently added. We have more stock images that enhance. Also the ability to use HTML for those that are able to and want to do so. But I promise you it's not needed. I'm the furthest from a designer, and I'm able to build some nice looking event sites using some nice looking emails using our tools. So some fun ideas on what to say in an email. So you can brand it, we miss you. This is great for past participants. Don't miss out. So creating, again, that fear of missing out. It's also a way to call out a price increase or a cap on an event. Thank you. So thanking those participants from previous events and inviting them to new events as well, letting them know what to expect. So it's important to personalize emails as well. So using segmented lists for certain groups, replacement tags for personalized name, years of attended. So, if you're writing an email to me and I've attended 3 events in the past, using replacement tags to call out my name, how many years that I've supported in the past. It's great ways to make me feel special, make me feel unique and not just a generic mass email that's going out. We make this really simple and it's in the email builder, also able to pull and add those data tags. Emailing attendees and donors of other events is just another angle not to forget as well. This can go across all of your segments and look at who to share info with. Also keeping your transaction and your marketing emails separate and deliverability high. So a transactional email, think of that as like your who, what, when, where, how of the event, where a marketing email is just that, promoting your event to those that haven't purchased tickets. So keeping those lists separate and branding those emails maybe a little bit different. So I mentioned earlier pricing. It's just another tool that can be used to encourage an action, in particular pricing your event to encourage group participation. So consider offering bundle deals for example, a discounted ticket package for 2 or more. The example in this slide here is a haunt that offers a 2-person bundle pass. So must be purchased in multiples of 2. It's a less expensive per ticket cost than buying just one. And it's a great way to incentivize inviting another person or making a group of 2 feel like they're getting a great deal. Group rates is another way to get people to join together and commit to more than just one ticket. So we see events that do this well by offering group tickets or a family ticket at a slightly reduced rate. So if a single ticket is $8, you could offer a family of four a bundle for $25. The family's happy, they're getting a great discounted deal, and now you have four people inside the door where maybe food, drink, merchandise can also be sold. So getting those groups inside your event is always key, and offering a little bit of a discount or incentive to purchase in those larger groups is always beneficial. And outside of family deals, you can also consider, bring your friends bundle, packages of 6 or 10. So lots of ways you can incorporate these group ticket options. Another way to do group incentives is bulk discounts. So for example, when 4 or more tickets are being purchased, the cost per ticket is less. In the example here on the slide, an adult ticket is $15, and if 4 or more tickets are purchased, that adult ticket goes down to $12. So lots of ways to get creative with using the bulk discounts to promote, again, multiple tickets in one transaction. We've discussed a few ways to advertise, branding and market your events, even price your event to help convert into ticket sales. The last step is turning those attendees and those ambassadors to your event and turning them into marketers for your event, in ways to expand your funnel even beyond just that ticket conversion. One of the more powerful tools that we have, probably the most underrated tool that we offer, is our built-in referral rewards tools. So a referral occurs when an event attendee convinces a friend or a family member to join them at your event. We create a unique tracking link for each attendee in each ticket purchase that allows you to help track those referrals that your attendees maybe are bringing on board. This also allows you to create that incentive program as well. So I mentioned earlier, what's in it for me? What's in it for them to refer their friends, to refer their families to attend your event? Outside of naturally just having more fun, I'm sure we can all agree that we have more fun going to events when we're with friends or we're with family. So outside of just having more fun when going to an event with friends or family, you can incentivize these attendees to be ambassadors or marketers. For example, refer X number of people, and that number could be 3, it could be 5, it could be 10, depending on your event and what you decide on. But refer X number of people to purchase tickets and receive X as a refund or reward. So refer 5 friends and get a $25 refund on your ticket purchase. We'll talk a little bit more about that sweet spot and what you can use as an incentive, but coming up with a program and promoting that program, communicating that program out to your attendees to let them know it's available, chances are that they may be inviting some others anyway, but now to dangle that carrot per se in front of them, to just give them that extra incentive to share the word, to share it out on Facebook, let their friends know that they're attending your event, can go a long way for your marketing and growing your event. So the numbers don't lie. 8% of transactions in 2021 came from referrals, and we have ways to track this, again, for our partners that use our ticket event tools and use our registration tools. They're able to track those referrals, again, to see that return on investment. For events with aggressive referral programs, that number can be as high as 25% of all transactions that came through for that event. The cost per action for each new ticket via referral rewards is $1.40. I think that number for any marketer that's out there, $1.40 cost per action is unbelievable. It's a very inexpensive, cost-effective way for you to market your event without having to do much on your end, just coming up with a good plan and communicating it out to your attendees. So the setup for referral reward refunds, we have a simple process that we have setup guides. And it really just walks you through piece by piece. But to set a threshold for a number of referrals and automatically refund or otherwise reward the referral when they reach the referral threshold. So there's nothing, again, once you set that up on the front end, if it's a refund that's being issued, there's nothing that your team has to do on the back end. It's automated through our tools to refund or issue that reward. It encourages social sharing of your event as well. So having a pop-up that lets them know about the referral program and to encourage them to share it, whether they're getting referrals or not, it's spreading that word of your event. It also promotes the group participation, that's more fun. And then, like I said, it expands your reach to new contacts that you weren't initially or otherwise getting in front of. So the referral sweet spot, it's important to find where that referral and reward sweet spot is. We find it to be between 3 and 5 referrals, and to get a reward of $15 or more. So I'll pause there for a second. You want to encourage and incentivize, but it needs to be attainable. It can't be something, for example, refer 20 people and get $10 reward. That sounds like too much work for not enough of a reward. So finding, again, that sweet spot where it may be difficult or challenging to achieve, but it's not unattainable, and that the reward and the incentive, kind of the juice is worth the squeeze for me to go out and share and tell my friends. So it varies based on ticket price, and this is based on, so the numbers I have here, 3 to 5 referrals and a $15 plus reward. That's based on an average of a $50 ticket. So this is one great way, again, to incentivize and encourage folks to share your event. I know Johanna mentioned questions can go in the chat, but if there's anybody that has other great ideas on how to increase attendance for their event, feel free to throw that in the chat as well. We'd love to learn some new ideas, or maybe some ideas that we haven't thought of. So why does the referral program work? Many people will refer, and most will not meet the threshold. So like I mentioned, if it's an attainable action, 3 to 5 referrals, we still find that folks will now go out and refer their friends to sign up, but most won't actually meet that threshold. So it keeps that cost per action down while expanding your reach in the process. And then these new referrals that are coming in, there'll be new contacts that you can also market out to for future events as well, by capturing those emails in the ticket purchase through our reporting tools and our email marketing that we discussed earlier. So again, these are contacts that you most likely would not have had if it wasn't for the referral reward program. You can get creative with rewards as well. So I talked a good bit about our referral reward program, refunding a cost of their ticket, so monetizing it. But not all rewards need to be referral refunds. You can get creative with this and use other incentives to increase participation. It doesn't always have to be money. Now, by encouraging or having a reward such as a tote bag or t-shirts or a jacket or custom swag, that's not something that we can automate through our system. We can track that. But again, it's the more creative you are on your reward program and having maybe different levels. So maybe one level is a refund, another level is custom swag or VIP upgrade to the event. Getting creative, it'll really just open up that additional reach to your event. So to get more out of referrals, the key thing to remember is to promote it. Put it on social, make it clear on your event page, email those folks that have signed up to remind them about the referral incentives that are there. Kind of the name of the game is if people don't know that the program is not clear enough, it's much less likely that they'll take advantage, or they'll refer their friends to attend. So making it clear, having it on your event page, communicating with those after they sign up, reminding them that there's a referral program that's there. The more that you can message that in different channels, the more successful the program will likely be. Then a couple of just final tips and tricks. First is take the time. Take the time to design your program. Sit down as a team and plan what goes into it and what your overall objective is, whether it be to have more attendees or if there's a cap on the attendees that are there. Decide what to offer and to make sure it's clearly displayed on your race page, your ticket event page, whatever the event is. Happy social sharing. So does your social sharing images make you happy when you look at it? It sounds simple, but it goes a long way. Those social share images, whether it's family oriented or people having fun and just smiling on that image, it encourages others to sign up if it looks like that image, the people in the image are having fun as well. Keep it simple, silly. Is it hard for you to explain the program? Chances are, if it's hard for you to explain the program, it might be too complex. So by keeping it simple and basic, it just makes it easier for, again, your attendees, your ticket purchasers to understand and then implement as well. Girl power, we find that over 70% of referrers are actually female. So it's a good statistic to know and factor that into your swag or reward plans by promoting it to females that are out there and maybe referring your event. Make it fun. Give your referrers a special name. The Dog Squad, River Run Ambassadors. Just again, keeping the program and your incentives fun. It just helps encourage those to refer that. And then remind, email follow-ups are a must. Set these up before your program goes live and remind your registrants before the event. And again, we have some great tools that make it simple to do so. And then lastly, start early. Referral programs work best when they're set up before the registration goes live. There's some complications to adding a program halfway through registration, so keep that in mind. Sitting down with your team, coming up with a program, and implementing it earlier than later, it's going to go a long way. So that's all I have for today. I hope this was helpful. I hope some folks out there are able to take some actionable items away from today's webinar and put it into action for their events coming up. I did a lot of talking, so I'm going to pause for a second. I'm going to open it up to questions and turn it over to Johanna to see if there's any questions in the chat.
Just one so far, although if you have questions, you can still put them in. What is the cost of email marketing?
It's free. Yeah, so all of the tools, everything that I mentioned, one is built into our platform. They're all free to use. So there's no subscriptions, no setup fees, no implementation costs, and it's non-exclusive contracts. Email marketing, for example, it's unlimited email sends in contacts as well. So if you have a custom list that you want to upload into our platform to market out to, it's unlimited email sends, so there's no cost to that.
It looks like that's it. So I think we are good. Thank you, Jake.
Thanks, everyone.